We all have heard of the saying, what gets measured gets managed. Hello everyone, my name is Shramika. I'm an engineer by profession and a bookworm by passion. In the previous videos, we talked a lot about creating new healthy habits and breaking the old ones that don't serve us well. I've left the links to those in the description box. I request you to watch those videos before you start this one in order to make it more helpful. Today we are going to chat a bit about habit trackers. What are habit trackers? Why should we use them? And lastly, how do we use them in our favor? Stick till the end of the video for a bonus tip that can help you ease the process of habit tracking. We all have felt the need to change our daily habits at some point or the other, be it to eat healthy or to exercise more often, or to quit alcohol or smoking. We often make these changes but eventually give up and fall prey to our older demons. One of the primary reasons for this is that in case of a new habit formation, feedback is often delayed. We might not be able to visualize the progress we are making in the long term. Perhaps you are exercising 5 days a week since a month but do not see any changes in your body. Or you have been meditating since 15 days but still feel anxious every day. Habit formation is a long race. Think of it like a marathon. It often takes time for the desired results of your efforts to show up. And while you wait for the long-term rewards of your efforts to accumulate, you need some immediate feedback in the short term. You need to see that you are on the right trajectory. And this is where a habit tracker can help. Now, what is a habit tracker? Just as the phrase suggests, habit tracker is a simple way for us to check whether we did a particular habit or not. There are no gray areas here. It's a simple yes or no question, whether you performed a particular habit or you didn't. Habit tracker keeps us accountable and creates a system for us to see how many times we performed a particular habit. Now, this particular habit that we are tracking is not a part of our daily routine yet, hence needs to be tracked. Once it becomes our default habit, there is no need for it to be tracked anymore. For example, this was the habit tracker my husband and I created in the beginning of the lockdown to track our workouts. In 2 months of tracking, working out 5 times a week became a default habit. Hence, this habit doesn't need to be tracked anymore. Now, why do we need to track our habits? There are several benefits to it. Habit tracker serves as a visual cue that reminds us to act. It keeps us motivated when we see the streak of activities. We may not want to break that streak. And it feels really satisfactory to record our success in the moment. It feels like a mighty accomplishment. Now, this is a water tracker that I make for myself every week. I've realized this one thing, that if I'm not tracking my water intake, then I drink significantly lesser water. Having a way to visualize our progress for a long-term goal is very encouraging. If you're 100% content with your life and want to change nothing about your life and have established every habit that you could dream of, perhaps you'll find no use of habit tracking. But having this combination is highly unlikely. And honestly, if you're this complacent with your life, I would urge you to reevaluate, because there are always certain aspects of our life that have some room for improvement. Now, if you're convinced about the importance of habit tracking, let us see how we can do it. There are multiple ways for us to do it. It could be analog or it could be digital. Analog ways to track a habit could be in a journal, or as they like to call it, bullet journal. You can make it as artistic, as beautiful as you want and keep a track of your habits there. But if this artsy work is out of your reach, like it is for me, we can always have a printed template and save our time. You could create your own template or find a template online and use that for habit tracking. There are ways this can be done digitally as well. You could use the Google spreadsheet or Microsoft Excel to create a template of your own. An added advantage is you can access these from anywhere. All you need is internet connection. And you could also have formulas in these sheets. You could generate graphs and see your productivity for yourself. Also, there are several apps which help with the same, like Loop Habit Tracker, Productive, Grow, Habitify. Basically, the options are countless. So it's best not to fall into the vicious paradox of choice. or as it is popularly known as analysis paralysis. Start with one style or one app and continue with it. If you find something better eventually or a drawback with the current choice, then move to another. All I want to say is there are innumerable options for us to keep track of our habits. Choose one option that fits your requirement, style, and comfort. The bonus tip I want to share with you all here is that the manual tracking should be limited to very, very important habits, or as they're called, keystone habits. It is better to consistently track one habit than to sporadically track 10. I myself track only 3 or 4 most important habits in my day, and I make sure that I measure each habit immediately after it occurs. Basically, the habit completion is the cue to track it or to write it down. Okay, so I request you all to take 2 minutes of your time and to think of which habit you want to start tracking. And take another 5 minutes of your time to decide the method you want to start with for tracking the same. Alright, now this is it for today's video. If you found it useful, then please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Always remember, take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. Happy learning and bye!